everybody, welcome to our Sattui December Wine of the Month Club cooking demo. Today we're going to be pairing our 2018 Vittorio's Vineyard Cabernet with a roasted yam dish accompanied with a maple and cranberry compound butter. A little bit of tobacco smell there. Ooh, nice and silky in the beginning, but with a full body finish. Lots of black fruit and blackberries going on in there. It's gonna go great with the maple and the cranberry and our compound butter. So we've got our butter softened at room temp. We're gonna go ahead and throw it into the bowl with a rubber spatula. This is a great dish, a little bit holiday themed. If you've got some leftover cranberry sauce in your fridge or your cabinet that you'd like to use up, this is a good side dish, maybe to serve it at your holiday dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and put in our cranberry sauce, maple syrup, and we're gonna chop up some fresh rosemary. Just strip it down here. I want to chop this up nice and fine. So the rosemary kind of helps balance a little bit of that sweetness because you have the maple syrup going on, which has got a smoky sweetness to it itself, and then the cranberry sauce. The cranberry sauce we're using today is actually the one that we make here at Sattui in our kitchens and put on our classic turkey cranberry sandwich that you can get in our deli year round. And it has made with a little cinnamon and orange. And so that plays really nicely as well. It's very sweet, but the rosemary counteracts that a little bit, gives it a little bit of a savory flavor and a really nice fragrance once it comes out of the oven. So we've got our rosemary nice and fine, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dump that right into our bowl. And I'm going to fold our butter and our cranberries together, breaking up my butter a little bit. You definitely want to try to make your butter maybe at least a half an hour before you roast your yam so it has time to set in the fridge before you need to slice it. All right, so our butter is mixed together. And now I'm gonna grab us some plastic wrap and we'll show you how to roll it up. All right, so I've taken a double layer of plastic wrap, just folded it over onto itself. I'm gonna pour my cranberry maple butter in and roll it up. And I'm gonna twist the ends the opposite direction. Nice and tight. And now that is going to get folded over onto itself to keep it all together. And we're going to put this straight into the freezer. Next, we're going to peel and cut our yams. I got these really lovely ruby yams. I prefer yams over sweet potatoes in this dish. Sweet potatoes tend to be a little more dry and a little less sweet. So yams go over a little bit better. They stay a little more tender and a little softer after they've been roasted. So it's easier if you slice it into rings and then try to cut it into our medium dice for this recipe. There we go. The end caps I stand up, and those are a little easier to go down into straight. It's about 5 pounds. We've got some really big yams in the market right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put our yams straight into the pan. I'm gonna pour in the 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. and toss them around really well. You want to get them nice and coated. And then these are going to go straight into the oven at 375 for 20 minutes uncovered. Okay, so we've cooked our yams for 20 minutes uncovered, and we've had our maple cranberry butter here chilled down. And now I'm just gonna cut it on the plastic as to not make too much of a mess. And we're just gonna cut it into chunks, and then take those chunks and spread them across the yams. Take that little bit of extra cranberry juice, pour it over the top. Okay, and now we're just gonna cover it back up and cook it same temperature, 375, for another 10 to 12 minutes until they are tender and the butter is a little browned on the edges. All right, let's get our yams out. These look great. The butter is nice and melted, a little bit browned on the bottom. We've got our cranberries nice and soft, and the rosemary has toasted a little bit and then steamed. So get a nice flavor from that. We're gonna just lay it out nicely down the middle of our little platter here. Make sure to get all that good butter out. And as a nice little garnish, I've got a few candied walnut pieces here. I'm just gonna cut them up a little smaller. We're gonna sprinkle these on top, add a little texture. All right. Very nice. So we got a little sweet and a little smoky from the maple and the cranberry. And that goes really nicely with the light nuances of oak and tobacco that are in the wine. And the cranberries really give a nice fruit pop that goes really well with the black fruits and the currants that are in this wine as well. I would say definitely a nice accompaniment to your holiday dinner for sure. Well, thank you for joining me in the kitchen today. Happy holidays, and until next time, cheers.